long should you rest after your fight? Instead of giving you a number, because there are so many general differences and also differences for you fight to fight to fight, I'm going to tell you the ways for you to assess yourself some days after the fight if it's appropriate for you to go back to the gym. So two things need to happen. There needs to be recovery on your physical body level. The muscle soreness has to be gone. Whatever bumps, bruises that you have, they should be on their way to recovery. Obviously, if you had any like major injuries, then you would have to follow your doctor's orders. But this is just assuming that you went through a fight and nothing like super bad happened during the fight. And the second thing is that you have to make sure that your central nervous system is recovered. And that one could be a little bit more tricky. So with the physical recovery, it's pretty straightforward. It's like, okay, do I feel sore? Or can I kick now with my shin? Does my shin still hurt? Do I still have the big bump on my knee from clashing knees during the fight? So if all of those are no, so no, I'm not sore anymore. No, the bump on wherever went away and stuff, that's really good for physical recovery. But for your central nervous system, it could be a little bit difficult to gauge because it's not something that you can really see. So for the central nervous system, there's a test called a CO2 tolerance test. And this can be a really good way for you to gauge where you are on this test to see if your central nervous system is still stressed from the fight, because the fight is it's a lot. It's a lot of stimulation, right? It's not just like a physical thing, but there's a lot of stress that happens during that fight, and plus like all the accompanying hormones from your body too with that stress. And if your CNS is still pretty stressed, or if you're just feeling a lot of anxiety from like a particular project or things like that, this is going to affect how your body utilizes oxygen. And this is how you do a CO2 tolerance test. So you ideally want to do this like first thing in the morning, lying on your back after you wake up. Have a timer in hand, so it could be your phone, it could be a stopwatch, and breathe only in and out through your nose. So first take a few regular breaths, maybe 3, 4 regular breaths, then take a full breath in, as much air as you can, and then slowly exhale. And then when you start exhaling, this is where you press the timer. So you don't want to hold your breath. You want to slowly exhale and keep letting the air out as slowly as you can. Again, not holding your breath. You run out of air on your exhale, that's when you press stop on the timer and see your number on the timer. These are the general prescribed numbers and results and what they mean, but keep in mind, again, there's a lot of individual variation. So the best thing to do is actually for you to take your own baseline before the fight. So maybe at the beginning of your fight camp, or on a day when you feel great and rested and feeling 100% and everything, not stressed, that can act as your baseline. And you can, over time, just keep taking new and new baselines just to see how you are. And then maybe after the fight, or like a few days after the fight, do the CO2 tolerance test again and see how it is in comparison to your baseline for when you know that you were nice and recovered and not stressed. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.